Battle cruiser operational.
What is up, StarCraft fans? Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of the StarCraft Brood War. Today on Octagon, it's going to be Hum versus Mind. Incredible TVZ here. Now, if you're following the ASL 22 qualification process, you know that Hum is kind of crushing it right now. Is he going to make it to the semifinals or the quarterfinals of ASL 22? Maybe. He looks that good. So, bottom right, it is Hum. Top right, it is Mind, the Terran players. Mind, crushing it, not as much. So, this is a 2026 replay from just last month. We'll see how Hum does here. Obviously, he's been grinding. He's been leveling up. He's been doing great stuff. And we'll see if Mind can hold up against the Zerg Onslaught here today on a Saturday. So, click that like button, subscribe, hype the video. If you are on mobile, just helps smaller videos like mine find audiences out there, right? If you're a giant channel getting millions of views, you don't need to be found anymore, right? You're good to go. But for smaller channels, like the Falcon Paladin, perhaps a hype will help someone find the channel. If you're new here, let me know with the comment. I read every comment anybody ever makes on the channel. I've read every one of the 5 million comments left on my channel over the last 10 years, folks. Not that hard to do when there aren't a million of them. So, what do we got, man? I guess there have been a million maybe over the years, but also maybe not. Regardless, Terry is scouting the right way. Good job, Terry. Blur. Blur. That's right, Terry, with your coffee bean butt. How's it going? We're going to hatch first. Mind is going to go Rax at the wall, which doesn't mean he can't bunker. He totally can. So Octagon, weird little ramp up into your main base from your natural. Low ground you have to wall off. Blech. Not a good map to for dealing with lings, I can tell you that much, but maybe it's okay. Because it's a hatch first, right? It's not an overpool. It's not a pool first. It's going to be a hatch. It's going to be a little bit later on anything else. I'm going to check the gas timing here from Mind. Mind is somebody that does like to go mech. I've cast a few games of his recently, and I feel like about half of them did involve the mech. However, gas is not coming up. Probably going to be a 1 Rax into an expand, into a 2nd Rax, into gas, and then we'll think about getting things that need gas, like maybe a factory into a starport. Who knows? Could be Wraiths. Could be Valkyries. SCD says, all right, not an overpool, going to be a little bit more aggressive economically here, and that's fine. I can't really punish this. It is a short rush distance, but Overlord's here. You can't really sneak a bunker up. The pool's going to be done fairly soon anyway. Would have had to start the process of sending a Marine down. Okay. He started the process of sending a Marine down. So maybe he'll try and bunker this, but nah. Zergs are pretty good at being like, no, unless you really commit to this, it's not going to work. This is not a committal at all. Look at this Marine being like, hey, maybe we're going to do it. Again, you don't have to proxy to bunker, but dude, there's lings on the way now. This is not going to be a bunker. Absolutely not. Going to try to get some damage off, maybe. Yes. But we're just kind of hanging out for now. I want to see how many lings come out here. The Marines are like, we don't want to deal with lings. We are unupgraded guys. There's the expand. There's the gas. There's the engineering bay. Ah, going to be a fast +1, are we? Mind. First 100 gas into a lair. Metabolic boost coming up next. And Hum looks all the world like a 2-hatching Mutalisk opener player here today. From there, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can go all of the Mutalisks, which we've seen from time to time over the past couple weeks on the channel. A lot of all of the Mutalisk games, which is like, ugh. Terrans hate that for good reason. And Spire timing at 353. Not bad, Hum. I'm telling you, this guy's looking good right now. I guess this isn't too much of a spoiler, but Hum took down both Ample and Royal in ASL qualification games already. So, I mean, come on. You take down a very recent ASL champion like Royal, and you're feeling okay. So, I like what we're seeing here from him quite a bit. Second gas coming in well before the Spire is done tells me it's going to be something of an investment into the Mutmuts. Also probably a 3rd hatch. What are these drones doing up here? They're doing a synchronized dance. Guys, why are you up there? It's just a bad rally, I suppose. Here, go get some gas. Yeah, do that. You can handle that. Lings out. Not enough lings to get in here. Kind of probably overmade lings, right? I'm okay with 4 lings up here as a max to see how many Marines are coming out of the based at any given time, what the timing is, how many there are, where they're going to go. But having this many lings is just, you're not going to kill the Marines when they come out. You're not going to pressure this with that many lings either. I just don't like it. Yeah, so it is going to be SK Terran on the opening here from Mind. Any sign of a third base? Ah, there's a macro hatch. Scans in, sees Spire done. Wasn't canceled. No mind games here from Hum today. Haha, against Mind. So it's going to be all of the Marines. It's going to be a pretty fast +1 attack. It's going to be turrets. It's going to be all that stuff to deal with. The Mutalisks, not going to be Goliaths today. Not going to be Fast Science Vessel. Not going to be Valkyrie. And that's okay. This is very standard play here from Mind. But if you execute a very standard play well enough, you can win anyway. Mutas on the move out. We got ourselves a range upgrade for the Marines in production here too. +1 attack for the Mutalisk. We'll be here in about 10 minutes, it feels like. And I love this little hard line here. The map maker's like, screw it! We're just gonna get a hard line. That's not something that's supposed to do that, but whatever. 6 mutas. Couple more coming across, but no more in the production tab. Droning. Getting overlords. Let's muta stack ourselves to victory here, boys. Yeah, they're just killing that chrysalis there on their ramps just to avoid misclicking on it. Is generally how that works. No, it's 8 Mutalisks. It's fine. He's making 3 more. There you go. He's going for the full stack now, plus another one in case he loses a Mutalisk. Oh, third base, low ground over here. Again, this isn't high ground. I guess you can just kind of put lurkers on this and it counts as high ground, but it's not exactly traditional high ground. So maybe taking a third base on the low ground on Octagon makes a bit more sense than other maps. Man, it is a lot of Mutalisks, though. Look at this. Muta, 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 muta. No Hydra Den. No evolution chamber for upgrades. No Queen's Nest. We are doing all of the Mutalisks. I don't know why this is so popular these days. Just kind of waiting for the +1 to finish up here because obviously that's going to help immensely against the Marines and against, well, anything else they're attacking, including bunkers and turrets. 2 turrets protecting the racks. First factory of the day coming in at 7:45. And a handful of lings, but that's the lings he made to start the game. He's not investing in lings. I guess he's making 6 more now. He is getting a Queen's Nest now and a Hydra Den. Okay. So as soon as I was like, there are 0 anything that's happening, he started all of it. He started the Hydra Den and the Queen's Nest. Very funny. No, Mutos are like, we'll attack you once we have our +1. Don't worry about it. You want to fight us? We'll fight ya. Good positioning here. Really clumping his units up very well. Not allowing them to string out too much. This group down here is just for scouting purposes to see if the Marines are heading this way, because if they are, we need to send back now or maybe counterattack up here. Oh, going for the surround on this group. Do we have enough lings and mutas to do it? The +1 attack is done. Home sure thinks he does. And he annihilates that first group. Keeping these medics alive as a silver lining. Oh my gosh, the second Marine group died too. Never mind. I thought they'd come up and save the day, but there were not enough of them. And 4 mutas remain. But huge attack by Hum. Puts him in the driver's seat of this game for sure here at 9 minutes. Wow. Yeah, one of these mutas has 9 kills. Okay, 5 kills. That's a lot for a Mutalisk, though. Dude, all right. Lurker's on the way. Hive coming in here, too. Suddenly, Mind can't move out for the next little bit, which means we can drone. We can tech. Hum is feeling great. The problem with SK Terran is that first attack that moves out on the map gets annihilated. It's really hard to come back from that. If the second group comes out, also gets annihilated, that's even harder to win from that position. He's got to be getting into a science facility here at some point. He is. He's working on it. He knows he needs the Irradiate to handle the Zerg. And I don't know about coming in here. I don't know about this, I don't know about coming in here, man. You could throw the game away by coming in here and losing all of your Mutalisks and all of your Lings for nothing. And he does. He falls back, and he's like, okay, all right, fine. We'll just deny the third base. We'll call it good. I got my third base rocking and rolling. I could probably take a fourth base right now. There's nothing the Terran can do about it. Dropships would be huge here. Just going for those science vessels for now. That's the thing. The opportunity cost. Oh, man, both turrets protecting the racks are gone, which means these Marines have to stay here and defend until those get replaced. Which they are. We're pretty on top of things here is mined. But yeah, opportunity cost. Yeah, you have 2 starports. They can either be building Valkyries or science vessels or dropships. They can't be doing all of those at the same time. Defiler mound on the way at 10 minutes. Dude, that is a fast Defiler mound in TVZ. Yeah, Hum is looking incredible right now. It's not somebody that I've been crazy impressed by in my casting career, or, you know, watching ASLs, watching Pro League games. I've never been like, wow, Hum, maybe he's a top 5 Zerg player. Never. But this game's looking really fantastic, and what he's been doing in ASL 22 combined to kind of change my opinion of him. Radiate, done. Science vessels, radiate, not enough energy. Very close. 70s. 70, 75 is needed. Down the right side, these guys scout it out, say, oh, you're taking that way. Bust in counter? No. Kind of like a bust-in counter here, though, with lurkers and lings and the mutas. Leading the charge, building safety sunkens, kind of. Dude, Hum, do not throw this. Do not lose your natural, man. The science vessels are waiting for the mutas to jump on this thing. And mine just goes, okay, faint. I'm going to force you to build some sunkens, maybe. Oh, it doesn't even upgrade that creep to a sunken. Saving the money. Does irradiate a lurker. Burrows irradiates another lurker. Burrows. Both science vessels die. Scourge were here on time. So 1 science vessel for 1 lurker is not the greatest of all trades. Sorry to tell you. These guys get left behind. They don't get the memo that they were supposed to head up this way. They take bad pathing and die. So, man, where is your third base? I don't know if it's happening. It's happening here inside the main. Okay. But Adrenal's on the way. Consume is almost done. This is as clean a TVZ as you're going to see from the Zerg perspective, man. He made a lot of mutas, but didn't overmake Mulists. He wiped out that first attack. He teched up a bunch. He's just holding the middle of the map here in ways that we don't usually see at 12 minutes in a TVZ. Usually Terran has map control, actually falling back and conceding it a little bit here is mined. Ah. I mean, at this point, now that Adrenal's done, now that Plague's on the way, I think he's just at a position where he can take a 4th base and be fine. He needs dropships. Mind needs dropships if he's going to win this game. He's getting a 3rd base up here. Bit of a ninja. Bit of a position where the Zerg player is probably not going to check it. Oh my gosh, the Lurker is just trying to snipe the the Sunken, but you can't. Throws up 2 more Dark Swarms on top of the first Dark Swarm. Good grief. That was a lot. He does take the 4th base now. Okay, good. Good. If he just sent up like 2 lings to check these bases in the general area, man, it would be game over. These are cracklings, sir. These are not regular lings. These are Carapace cracklings. That might be what this group is. You can beat this. How about you beat this real quick? There you go. Can't beat all of that. Dude, that medic lives with 6 hit points. Amazing stuff. Firebat. Don't want to engage with a Firebat. Coming up. This base is up and running too. Man, doesn't get any SCV kills there at all. It doesn't send anybody to this base. Oh. Dude, Mind double expanding here is kind of insane. Lings got into the main base. How did they get in here? Very sneaky. They're like, okay, so it's not a mech transition. I don't see any sign of battle cruisers, which would be kind of crazy, but Backing into the third. It's always about the third, isn't it? He who breaks the third can win the game. Plague is available, but everybody's running. They know the Plague is available by this point. Yeah, does catch a couple Marines before he dies, which is, you know, better than 0. Wait, these Lings are still alive? Hey, guys. Yeah. Crackling that turret down. What an upgrade. What an upgrade it is. Oh, I got some Lings up to the 12 o'clock. Very good. So he's going to get it into burning before he gets chased away. Just about. That's pretty good. You have to repair that sucker without a doubt. Science vessels getting hits off. Irradiates coming in hot and heavy. Defiler's getting irradiated. Lurker's getting irradiated. Waiting for drops with these Scourge, but they don't seem to be coming. Just kidding. Dropships are arriving on location now. So, we lift. We load up. We hope there aren't enough Scourge to wipe us out entirely. One Dark Swarm in this base, man. So we're going to send in the dropship ahead. Scourge not in a position to really do anything about this. They wipe out one of the dropships. Cracklings, Plague gets tossed down. Dark Swarm would be nice here too, but the Defiler gets killed. No Nidus down here at this base. Hang on a second. Mind doing some good stuff here. And with what? The power of drops. Y'all. Yeah, Lurker gets sniped. Another Lurker gets sniped. Another Lurker gets targeted and killed. This is incredible cost efficiency from these Marines. They're all going to die, but they killed several Lurkers. They killed Defilers. They're getting damage off on this hatchery too. Incredible drop here by Mind. That is an S tier drop. His 12 o'clock is alive. His third base is rocking too. He's out here pumping Marines, fire bats. Metasynaptic node is on the way. There's a Nidus at the third, but not a Nidus. Is he box maneuvering a little bit? Sure. Not a Nidus in the fourth, which I see a lot of players do. But dude, this ninja base, which isn't really a ninja now because the Zerg player knows about it, is putting in some serious work. Going for another drop. Maybe any of those drop ships survive the drop into the fourth. I'm not sure. I don't know that they really tried to. Did they try to escape and try to get reused? I mean, they should. But maybe not. Double factory in production. This could be a mech transition out of Mind here at 17 minutes. He's got the 3 gas. He's got 4 total bases. And there's the Dark Swarm, and there's the abort. It's like a red light at a traffic stop. Nice Plague. Oh. Defiler dies, but you know, getting a huge Plague off, draining energy off of those medics. Here we go, loading up again. Are we in a better position to handle the drop this time? No, I think it's probably a worse position to handle the drop this time. Good snipe on that Plagued Science Vessel. At least it probably was plagued. Yeah, this drop. I guess there's some Hydras down here, and there's not enough Hydras to actually handle these Marines. Not with the stim. Not with the Re2 upgrades. Good grief, the upgrades. You get that fast +1, it really adds up. You already have +3 at 18 minutes. A lot of Terrans don't even have it at 20. Once again, back here to finish off the hatch he did damage on earlier. Lurkers cannot save it. No! Fourth hatch goes down. That's huge! Mind fighting his way, clawing his way back from a terrible opening. Terrans, take note. Just because your first group of units got killed doesn't mean you can't win this game. He is a, oh my gosh, it's a 3-basing Hum versus a 4-basing Mind. Okay, now how is the Zerg possibly ever going to get back into this game? There was a window, obviously, with drops for the Terran to get back into this game with a quick double expand that didn't get punished to get back into this game, right? He took some risks, and he managed to do what he needed to do, and now he's up 160 to 107 supply. It is Hydra meta, which means we need to start adding tanks, which is what the extra factories were for. Oh, what are these science vessels doing? Oh, we're willing to sacrifice one vessel for, you know, an entire Defiler. Yeah, Dark Swarm. Once again, the tanks arrive, and that ruins everything. If it was just the Marines, it'd be over for the Terran player, but the tanks changed the entire calculus. Mine's expanding top left. There's a small attack swinging into this 12 o'clock, but like there's a whole bunker here, so I don't know what 4 Lings are supposed to do. They're just going to die. Meanwhile, Dark Storm continuing to push in the middle of the map. Tanks have to unsiege and fall back. Nice. Good unsiege by Mind. Excellent unsiege by Mind. D-Matrix Firebat doing what he can. He's got 2 kills. He's doing great. He chases the entire Zerg army away by himself. Well done, Frank. This Lurker Dark Swarm setup is super annoying, but guess what? We've got some Irradiate. Everything's okay. We do have the answer to this. And dude, 4th base is back, but that just puts you on even economy against the Terran, and his 5th base is done. Oh, the macro capabilities of Mind today are excellent. He is reacting perfectly to what's happening here. He sees, oh, Hydra. Great. We'll add a bunch of tanks in. It works wonderfully. Does Hum need a 6 o'clock, sir? Lurker's burrowing in. Ultra's in production in the production tab. Science vessel getting picked off. They've been dying, but, you know, not the end of the world here. They haven't been dying en masse. Having caught a huge plague on every one of the science vessels, and then a Mulus comes over and kills them. Have not seen that yet. He's been keeping those science vessels alive, right? It's very Flash-esque. How they haven't been plagued, I guess one of them has. Trying to set up a base up this left side, or just an attack? Yeah, see, there's the Marine says, hey, there's a Zerg presence coming up the left way. Maybe send something to handle that? Oh my gosh, Mine doesn't have anything up here at all to defend it. Okay, well, Mind, you could probably do better here, but I understand there's a million things going on. Yep, all these SCVs are dead unless they can run, which seems entirely possible. Free Rax is free. Lurker egging. The ramp is great. Buying a little bit of extra time to take down the CC. Force a lift on it at least. Hang on. Repair is good. And the SCVs need to die. And okay, more SCVs are surviving this than I thought would as initially checked out. Ultras. Ultralisking their way up into the million siege tank setup in the middle of the map. No, you're not actually. Oh, Plague does catch all 3 of the science vessels, though. So these STVs are survivors. Good job by them. Wing Ultra heading up the right side of the map. Center is held by Mind. Octagon's a fun map. I need to cast more games on Octagon, I think. What a bloodbath this has been, though. Lurkers unsupported are just not that great against +3/3 Marines. Yeah, no. Oh, crap! A Dark Swarm Ultra attack at your natural base. This is what you wanted to avoid, Mind. You're doing so well. You cannot let this happen. He irradiates both the Ultras. Hopes they'll kill each other with irradiation purposes before they get too far in here. But, dude, just parking at the front with a Dark Swarm invites more cockroaches. And by cockroaches, I mean Zerglings to this party. Oh, Ultralisk. Irradiate is still doing damage. Dark Swarm wears off, and he is dead. He got bruised up enough. Nice Dark Swarm setup here, too. But, man, this tank count is hefty. Scourge in production. More Ultras in production. It is 187 to 130 supply. And how do you deal with Dark Swarm? Siege tanks. That's it, man. Siege tanks. If there's one Lurker under there, your tanks can't kill or radiate it. There's a path forward here, sir. Yeah, trying to take down another CC, failing miserably. Going a little bit too much for the non-guaranteed damage today, I think. Here from Hum. Engagement this away. And siege tank shots, dude. Yeah. Ultralisk death sounds apace. Now, 11 kill Ultra doing great. 12 kill Ultra inside your mineral line. Not something you wanted to see today. Plagued up. Oh my gosh, plagued up. Tank count not hefty. 12 o'clock is not getting saved, Mind. Why are you not? These guys are really distracted by the fact that there's this happening down here. It's harder to be in 2 places at once when you're casting or when you're playing. And suddenly it's 189, 169, and 125. He's closed the gap. He's killed a ton of it. It's a 27 kill Ultralisk. I have not seen an Ultralisk with over 20 kills in a very long time. Ling's running up into this base, kind of into a meat grinder, not enough there. Also up into the third, also running the other way, also maybe trying to defend against this. Dude, Dude, that Ultralisk is a king among Ultralisks. I don't know what this SCV is doing down here, but he got killed by Hydras. More into this 12 o'clock or Crackling plus Ultra. Ultra's here to soak up the damage and do the damage. Cracklings are here to do the damage and not soak up the damage. They're not that tanky, but dude, this base is in trouble. This one siege tank shows up. If he micros properly, he can maybe survive this engagement, but he's got to fall back. I don't know what this position is by mind. Why are we here? I guess you're trying to attack down into the 6 o'clock. Fair enough. Got some irradiates off. So in all this chaos, that's an expansion by mind. He's taken the 9 o'clock as well. He's killed a base. He has killed SCVs. It is even worker count right now for the Terran. Not where he wants to be. However, into the 6 o'clock, Marines are pretty good here. They're going to get overwhelmed by reinforcements, especially with that lurker. Hey, battle cruisers have showed up. When did we get BCs? Oh, ow. Ow, ow, ow. 0-0 BCs, everybody. They cannot stand against upgraded Hydras. Not even close. However, they don't have to stand against Hydras because they can fly. How many kills you got? 4 kills and 2 kills. Fine, very injured. One of you, yes. Mutas. Okay, enough skirt to take that out. I was worried there wasn't enough there. Ultra up into the top left by himself. Not going to be enough. 150 to 101 supply. This game is bonkers. RJB does not send me the bad ones. I promise you that. Oh, boy. They did a big attack. Fire bats inside the Dark Swarm are going to be a good thing. Trying to get the fire bats in there. They're kind of stuck behind the Marines a little bit, though. But if the fire bats are in there, the Hydras can't kill them, but the fire bats can kill the Hydras. Oh, breaking through into the natural base we go, and suddenly it's looking pretty bad for him. He's down under 100 supply. He tried to kill a 12 o'clock base to get back into this thing, but this attack was very bold and very brave by mind. He does take a plague right to the face, but he doesn't care. Okay, he's going to fall back a little bit here. Ling's out of the Dark Swarm. Dead, 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 dead. Hatchery down. Also dead. Ultraless Cavern dying would be super nice here, too. Yeah, just because we're plagued doesn't mean we can't do the full damage of our +3 attack. Sir, 9 damage per attack is so good when you attack that quickly. He can't get the Ultraless Cavern. Reinforcements are a little bit too much here, but it's 150 to 90 supply. Wings on top of the tanks, and Hum does manage to clean this out. Still 77 supply for the Zerg player. Heading south. This base is being attacked by a single Marine. No mining there for you, which is kind of a huge deal right now. Yeah, we're not scared of Ultralisk when we have +3 and Stim. If there's no Dark Swarm, who cares? We'll burn them down. Again, small attacks, small counterattacks, no Defiler support. I guess if there's only one tank here, it doesn't matter. And then those Lings are handled because there's enough Marines, actually. While microing down here at the same time. SCVs running up this way. The Marines kind of abandoned their post to head down south, maybe to kill this base. Who knows? Okay, defending with his heart right now is Hum. But I don't know about this. Ultralisk down. Remember what I said about these guys coming down to the 9 o'clock? I think they're coming down to the 9 o'clock. Ling's meat grindering a little bit here. More Lings showing up, but by golly, fully upgraded Marines are just strong. Unless they've been plagued or unless they're fighting with the Dark Swarm, which, you know, happens a lot. 6 o'clock base in a lot of trouble. There's not a lot of Marines here, but dude, look at the minimap. There's more Marines flooding down as well here. There's an irradiated Defiler desperately trying to get something done before it expires. No. Now gets the 9 o'clock hatch and continues. Dude, 10 kills on one of those Marines. 10. For 50 minerals worth of resources, dude. Whew. Yep, that's it. We're done. Drone. Hatchery definitely dead. 52 to 35 workers. Hum's got to tap out here. He's at 74 supply. He can't hang with Mind at all right now. And man, that opening was so good, but nope, not at all. Terran says this is how SK Terran is supposed to look. This is how SK Terran looks when I play it, and that's a GG. Taps out, and Mind gets the win. Oh, that was incredible. That was a ridiculous showing from, well, Mind. Great game, man. I was talking up Hum so much in the first 5 minutes of this game. I was like, dude, Hum is out here crushing Ample. He's beating Royal in ASL qualifiers. And then Mind's like, I beat him. My first attack got wiped out, sure, but the drops were effective down in the bottom left. Slowed the Zerg player down a bit. I double expanded. I lost it, but I already had, this space as a replacement by the time that one died. This one never really died, just mined out normally, and then just dropping, just pushing, just getting away from Dark Swarm, eating plagues, whatever. The battle cruisers put some work in, I guess, and died. Battle cruisers existed, and the Terran won. So, it's not really a curse as much as if you're ahead, battle cruisers can get the work done for you, but if you're behind and trying to use it as a comeback mechanic, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, hats off. Well done, Mind. That's the kind of game Terran players love to see, especially on a Saturday. Zerg player did not win. Look, I'm trying to do a mix here, okay? I'm trying to mix everybody winning their matchups. I'm trying to get Zergs winning ZVPs and Protoss winning ZVPs and Terrans winning ZVTs and Zergs winning, you know what I mean, just all across the board. I'm trying to keep everybody happy, but it's hard. Anyway, GG! 233,000 points here for the Zerg. 244 for the Terran tells us a lot. The outproduction by the Zerg was good. The outkill was better by the Terran, though. Hum outraised Mind. The outspend was good, but not for a 29-30 minute game. Only about 6,000 resources and then some. And some change. Not going to get it done at the end of the day. All right, that was great. That was really fun. Action everywhere. Drops, battle cruisers, irradiates, ultras getting exploded left and right. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.